Yeah, go.
Okay, so here we have the table saw. Very versatile machine that it allows you to do a variety of cuts. You're not allowed to do a freehand cut here. You're not allowed to take a piece of wood and push this through the blade, all right? And because there's a possibility of a twist or a turn, you'll experience what's called kickback. The blade, all right, is rigid. It's not flexible like a bandsaw or a scroll saw blade, okay? So you always use a fence when cutting, when rib cutting, okay? Rib cutting is cutting along the length of a piece, okay? So if I want to cut a strip here 1 inch, okay, I would use the fence to cut it, okay? So the first thing you want to check is that the blade height is 5 millimeters above the stock, all right? So you want to count about 5 teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you see 5 teeth above the thickness of your stock, okay? Second thing is, you always use a push stick when rib cutting with the fence. You can use the push stick that comes with the table saw, or you can use an MDF push stick, whatever is preferable for yourself. Okay? And push sticks, you have to make sure that the push stick is right either on top of the fence when you're cutting, or when it's right beside. Okay? Second thing, you want to make sure that the guard is functional. Okay? That it retracts up and down. That you have anti-kickback teeth here. Alright? You can also add an additional overhead dust collection system, which we don't have. But you can add it onto the saw style guard. Okay? And then you want to check your measurement. If you take a look over here, there's a measuring tape here. And the measuring tape corresponds to the distance between the blade and the fence. Okay, so that's what the measuring tape, it's an empirical and measuring. So I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip here. Okay, so I bring the guard down. Also, I want to make sure that nothing is blocking my stock from coming over here, so that this area here is clear. Okay, and I'm going to start the machine by flipping this up. My left hand here puts pressure against the fence, so it's nice and tight. I stand to the left, so if there is kickback, it doesn't hit me in my body, and I push through. When my hands meet, I grab the push stick, I engage the push stick between the blade and the fence, my left hand grabs the table, I finish the cut, and I can stop the machine either with my hand or my knee. I wait for the blade to come to a complete stop. I walk around behind the machine and I pick up my stock this way. Never reach over because it's inherently dangerous. The machine can turn on and cut you. So there we've ripped a 1-inch strip off this piece of spruce. Okay? Now what I'm going to show you is what's called a crosscut. Crosscut, okay, uses what's called a miter gauge. Okay, miter gauge here fits into the T-slot. Okay. All right. So my right hand is holding the miter gauge. Here we're going to cut at 90 degrees. All right. So it's on 90 degrees. I lock that in. Okay. I bring the guard down. Bring that away. I flip this up. I push through, and I turn off the machine. Wait for the blade to come to a complete stop. Okay? Miter gauge, never use the fence in combination. And the reason why is that the wood in between can cause a pinch, and you can experience kickback if there's pressure between the blade and the fence. Okay? So that's a crosscut on a table saw using a miter gauge. What also an additional note is that the length when rip cutting must be longer than 12 inches or 30 centimeters or 300 millimeters. And the reason why is if you take a small piece like this, let's say this one here is 8.5 inches, is that when you're pushing through, you want to make sure that your anti-kickback teeth here are engaged. So notice that I finished the cut and there's nothing protecting me from an anti-kickback. So this piece here at 8.5 inches is too short. Minimum length, 12 inches, 30 centimeters or 300 millimeters. So you got to remember that when you're cutting, rip cutting a piece with the fence. Okay? And that's the table saw 101.